This time he did it again, but how did he not just go straight out off of that? That was perfect by Ciryl Gane.
Ladies and gentlemen, the guillotine submission comes officially 3 minutes, 5 seconds of round number 1. Your winner, Canada's own Ciryl Gane!
New York! Make some noise!
David Onama!
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier. I'm made for a fucking podcast. We're dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it. Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. It's a UFC and Fanatics original production.
Yes,
we have a good show today. We have David Onama joining us, who is fighting in the main event on Saturday. And we also have Charles Jourdain, who had that amazing sub over Davey Grant recently. And Charles' fight is this Saturday against Steve Garcia, who great against Calvin Kattar.
He's a main event?
It's a main event, yeah. And it is Saturday night, which is great. And what a crazy turn of events we've had.
No. The old Curly Stooges there, the old Three Stooges. He got him with a double eye poke.
Yeah.
But not for anything. Ciryl Gane was looking on. You know what I mean?
He was.
That was going to be a long night instead of a short night.
You wonder if Aspinall has gotten used to just knocking guys out so quickly that when is it all right, now I actually have to dig in? You know, do you get spoiled after a while when you're used to just having first round knockouts?
Wait, who outstruck Ciryl Gane in all his fights? Not a lot of people.
No,
he's very good standing up.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, remember when he was knocking out all those guys in that club? Oh, no, wait, that's the movie KO.
That was the movie.
That was good, too.
It was
He's
good.
also an action star.
Yes, he is.
You know? And some people, when they do movies, they fall off. I think it added to his confidence.
Yeah.
And styles make fights. People think because, they remember John Jones taking him down and smoking him. John Jones has that ability. It's not really Tom Aspinall's style. Styles make fights. Stylistically, he's dealing with another big, light on his feet, a striker that moves like a lighter weight. That was going to be. I can't wait. How about this? Before people will count out Ciryl Gane, now that rematch is going to be very interesting.
Yes, and
everybody's watching that.
And Aspinall, I mean, it sucks to have it happen, but he did get jabbed in both eyes. Did someone said Chael said that he should have continued, but I don't know, man. If your eye is if you can't see, I don't know how you continue.
It's one of those things where you can't deny that the guy got poked in the eyes. I don't like when people are like, look, the eye was shut. Dude, I mean, the
finger deep into that eye. Like you could see it, like it almost went around the top of the eyeball on the skin. Like he was playing with the back of his eyeball through his lid.
I don't think it's cool when people are like, oh, he couldn't continue. It's like, hey, dude, he didn't sign on for that. I mean, I was in there before getting punched in the eye when you're seeing double and stuff like that. But it's part of part of that is part of the game, but it was an illegal move. I feel for him, but I'll tell you, it does make me really, really, I want to see who's the betting favorite in the rematch.
I'm dying to see that too. Hopefully before the end of the year, right? They're working on it before the end of the year. They want to.
They're both healthy. I know Dana looked pissed and he said it's a pain in the ass. But it is what it is, I mean, the guy got fouled, I mean, look, Kevin Holland continued after those groin shots the other day, and maybe, I don't know, that didn't go great.
He shouldn't have, honestly, because he was in legit agony. I also wanted to ask you, Matt, your opinion.
Yes.
Volkov against Jourdain Almeida. Almeida, I don't enjoy watching his fights because I don't like necessarily that as much as I know that he's very skilled at what he does. I like more activity. I just don't. A lot of people don't enjoy it.
I was okay with the decision because the thing is, he got him down, but I'm thinking Volkov was hitting more shots on bottom.
That's right.
I mean, he didn't dominate him in any. It's not like he just was constantly threatening a submission either.
Right.
Volkov was very good defensively off his back.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's 6'8". It's hard for him to get to his feet.
Yeah.
But he was defensively doing a lot of good things.
Huge elbows.
He was taking away his controlling arm in half guard. He was doing a lot of good stuff. Framework.
Yeah.
I was impressed with him on bottom. The problem with Almeida is, and I had this a little in my beginning in my career, and I had to work it out where he's just total jiu-jitsu mode, but he's got to get more violent down there. He's got to soften him up. A few hammer fists are gonna hurt. Yeah, you know what I mean? You got to do that. What are you doing? You're getting him in such a dominating position, and you're just looking for the submission and pressuring him with jiu-jitsu, but that's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah.
Jimmy, it's not enough. It's a rap song. Not enough.
It's very good. I was also
Not
happy
enough.
with the decision, even though I didn't
Kendrick
know if
Lamar, he said to everyone.
I didn't even know if it was the right decision.
What?
I didn't even know if it was the right decision, but I was because it sends a message like if you're gonna be on top, you can't just slowly meander. Like you got to do something, and the fact that he didn't do anything and they punished him for it, hopefully sends a message to other guys. Like when you're on top, you have to do something.
It is impressive though because he looks like such an underweight. Like he looks so like light for that weight class. Like he's smaller and he's so athletic. It's impressive. But man, add in some elbows, some hammer fists, some nasty ground and pound. I'd have him on a heavy bag on the floor, just beating the shit out of it.
That's right.
Like, I mean, my guy Tommy, who just fought his first pro fight in the Ring of Combat, man, his jiu-jitsu, he's a former wrestler, and he's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. His jiu-jitsu is looking high level.
Yeah.
When he got that takedown, he was advancing position, and then when he's not, he's hammering a dude. Back to controlling, back to hammering, improving your position. You got to add that in. Otherwise, there's almost so much of a threat. The guy's got good defense down there. Right. He's not even worse to wear. He looked more frustrated than he looked beat up. I mean, Volkov.
At one point, yes, and I think at one point in the sport, being on top like that would have been considered just dominant enough to win the round. But
it's not enough.
It's not enough anymore, and I'm glad because you're right. He was active from the bottom and those giant elbows. He's a very powerful guy, and I was happy to see him fighting so well from the bottom because I was like, when he went down, I was like, oh, this is going to be a long night for him. But it was great. I also wanted to ask you too. Salkild's knockout of Hakparast was what a devastating. I don't know if I've ever seen a head kick that clean before. I mean, I'm sure I have, but I can't. Maybe Leon against Usman. But can you think of another head kick that was that perfect?
It was, and it was scary because it took Nasser out a while to get. I mean, he was out.
Face down. He was out before he hit the floor. Yeah.
It's always depressing, watching a guy sitting there unconscious. But it was super impressive, though. Speaking of impressive, Walter Walker.
Oh, my God.
Come on, move over, pal Harris. This guy, a heavyweight, just taking legs. I like that. That guy really is growing on me, man.
I love him, yeah. And it's funny, too, because, being the person in the lead with 53 wins, I did know that he was going to win. And I did know it was going to be a stoppage by sub, but I inadvertently picked the second round because I thought Sutherland would be able to stay away for the first. But man, yeah, not 4 straight heel hooks or 4 straight. I think it's 4 straight.
That's 4 straight in a row. It's 4 straight in a row. You're doing good. You're beating me now.
Not by points, so you're still up by some points. But I do have by the 1 fight lead. And you picked correctly though. You picked McKenzie to win a decision over Jandiroba, which.
There's still some time before the end of the year. Oh, well, Jake's trying to motivate you. 13.5 points down, but there's still time for the end of the year.
Yeah.
For me to be victorious.
Yes. Or for me to get the points. and stay in the lead. I didn't know who he was trying to egg on there. What did you think about that fight? There was again, Dern looked good. There was a few times I was like, what is she doing? Like, again, it's easy for me on the couch to question what a fighter's doing. But there was a couple of moments where she was having success standing, and then she got knocked down, and she was just sitting there trying to lure Jandiroba back to the floor. And I was like, that's a bad, what are you doing? Get up. And they did stand her up twice, but I didn't understand the strategy there. What do you think that was?
Well, the strategy is if she enters her guard, she could get submitted. So I think that's the strategy. But I think, I think it's a bad visual if somebody's staying down and not getting up and the person staying. It's just not, it doesn't look good more than anything.
Right.
But like safety wise, she was probably being safe because she knows she's, squared away down there. It's nice that she got a belt. It's nice that
I was happy
Mackenzie Dern's been around for a while, and she was always this close to getting there, and then there'd be a bump in the road. But hey, that's a girl that put her time in. She's well-rounded. Yep. Jason Perillo has another champ. Good job, Jason Perillo. He was with Michael Bisping for a while and BJ Penn back in the day. So I like seeing Jason Perillo in there. Let's get Charles Jourdain.
Yeah, let's bring Charles.
Oh, there's Charles. Come on, man.
Hey, Charles.
Yeah, Charles.
How are you guys?
Good, buddy.
We're doing all right, but not as good as you, man. What a slick submission the other day, buddy, a couple weeks ago. That was beautiful.
I love the guillotine. It's my favorite meal.
Isn't it great? The elbow up guillotine. You like the elbow in a bit more so
basically,
than the arm in.
What I've realized with time is people are very good at defending arm in guillotine, and the proper defense would be to assess my left hand from connecting together to do more of a blood choke. And once they do that, I can switch to the power guillotine, and I just squeeze the neck, which, if you correct me if I'm wrong, but most of the guillotine are like blood choke. You cut circulation, but this is pure trachea pressure. You just cut the head in two, and it's very annoying. We have very good jiu-jitsu practitioner who comes to our gym in Montreal at BTT, and even the very high-level guys, I would get them once, and now they know. But what I like about it is when I get into the UFC cage, I'm like, if I can get these big guys, those high-level jiu-jitsu guys once, in UFC you only need one. So
that's right.
That's all you need.
It looked like you said something almost when you grabbed him, when you got him in the guillotine, he was leaned in and you almost looked up and like you smiled, or did you say something?
I didn't say something. The point is, now that I'm at 35, now I'm a father. I spent 11 months outside the cage. I've read a lot. I have a big amount of books behind me. And I've worked on this thing. Everybody was talking about visualization, and I'm like, nah, it's cheesy. I was more someone who had confidence and faith and be like, whatever happens, happens.
Right.
But for the first time, I like the whole week, I was so confident because of the preparation we have. And every time I was thinking about the fight, I was seeing all the way that I could finish him. And I saw the knee, I saw a push kick to the face, I saw the guillotine, and I saw so many. Every time I would be in my sauna at my place, just visualizing everything that could happen. And the guillotine and the knee were keep bringing up to my mind. So when it happened, I just laughed because I felt like I was playing a game a second time. I felt like I've envisioned that exact moment where I would get him. And I was like laughing, saying to it was just, I felt like I was watching a movie for a second time. So that's why I laughed. I was like, okay, this visualizing thing could be a little glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, it's weird, man, because it was so locked out, and I forget who was calling the fight, but even they commented like that is bad. That's really locked.
Oh, once it's locked, there's nothing you can do. You can even pass to the side. You can do all the proper defense. The amount of pressure it caused on these little bones right here, it's horrible. When I finished Victor Henry in my last fight, a man who's never been submitted, never been KO'd, I was the first guy to finish him in about, I think he has like 30 fights. And once I caught him, I was like, no, you're not getting out. And he passed to the right side. So people were like, oh, I can't believe he tapped. It's like the amount of pressure, because it's very weak bones over here where you're used to getting like anaconda, triangle, everything. It's a weird, very different amount of pressure. But yeah, that trachea guillotine caused a weird type of pain.
That's
snap.
And I'll ask both of you guys.
Good.
What you just explained it, but can you explain it? What is it that takes it from a blood choke to a trachea choke? What is the thing that makes that transition?
It's the pressure from the sides. When you're squeezing guillotine with the arm in, my shoulder and your arm are squeezing both of the veins that are right here. I think it's the jugular, and I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Carotid, yeah.
Carotid, yeah.
And people think hair, that oxygen is through our nose. No, it's through the blood. And if you cut blood circulation, that's why your head wants to explode. This is where you feel people are like, oh, I can hold my breath for 2 minutes. You cannot choke me. It's like it's not it. It's the blood. If I cut the blood circulation, you're going out. So yeah, that's the little difference between the two. One is blood choke, and this one is more, like I said, trachea pressure.
Now you're doing great at 135. You spent your
Yes.
whole career at 145, correct?
Yes, I for my UFC debut in the fight at TKO, when I won a title, I had to eat before to make 155, and I was not a big 45er, and I had to eat before making my debut, because when UFC called me, I just fought for a title because I knew, because it was in that era where Conor won 2 titles in Ireland, then he got called, so I was like, okay, I'll do it, and everybody was advising me against it. I was like, no, I'll eat, I'll be fine. So before the weigh-in, I was like 152, and I went to eat a burger and some fries just to fill up before the weigh-in. So no, I was never a big guy. Featherweight, I had the approach of the Muay Thai guys. You just train, eat, and you don't cut too much, which was a little bit not dumb, but I was unexperienced. And now after many fights, I'm like, oh, cutting at 135 was the proper thing to do. But I'm happy I've been through the fire of 45, because I feel like I was forged in a different fire. So now when I'm in the clinch, when I'm getting hit by those guys, I'm like, oh, you guys are not hitting like Jean Silva, Duo Choi, Shane Burgos. It's a different type of feeling. So I think it was a necessary path to be on the way up at 35.
Man, it's a new life for you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I was gonna say, when you cut, because I'm always interested in guys who, like, some guys try to walk around a little closer to like natural weight and fighting weight being the same, but then the difference is you're fighting a guy who's 15 pounds heavier than you, or 20 pounds heavier on fight day. So you find that cutting and then putting the little weight back on is more helpful because of the lack of size of the guys you're fighting now.
Not only helpful, it's easier for me to do 135 with the help of the PI than me trying to do 145, like cutting 5 to 6 pounds, but with no water low, with no nothing. So I had cuts who were very annoying, because I wouldn't lose any weight because I was not doing it the proper way. But now building my body to be a very big and strong 35er, excuse me, man, it's so easy. I did a couple sauna, and I think I was shedding like, in about 30 minutes, I was shedding like 6 pounds every 30 minutes. It was so much water weight, and I felt good. I was feeling good the whole week. I arrived at 155, dropped to 135, and got back up around 158, 150-ish the night. In the morning, I was 158. And for the fight, I was around 155, 156. So I was bigger and stronger than when I was at the featherweight. So my point behind that is, with the help of the UFC PI, making 35 was a lot easier than expected.
Wait, so you put out you made weight, and then you said you were 155 on.
I was 160 the night, and then during the fight day, I was fighting around 2-3 p.m. for us, for the time we were in Vancouver. So I was not stuffing too much. So there's about 3 pounds of food and water that I've lost. Before entering the cage, they take your weight. I was 156.
Oh, man. That is fantastic. I wish they had that PI back when I was fighting, dude.
Oh, for sure. It makes all the difference. It's incredible. I see you guys were cutting back then with the sauna, and you had those little card that you would take the sweat off. I saw so many countdowns in prime time. You guys remember the prime time? There was a show that the UFC were making on YouTube. It was called UFC Prime Time, and they would go through I think they did GSP Condit, John Jones, and Rashad Evans. There were so many of these, and I was looking at the way people were cutting, the way they were doing things. I was like, man, that was not the scientific way, but that was the Warriors way. You guys were something else.
Oh, dude. I know. I fought at 55 and 70. And 50, it's what a different. Like 55, I was suplexing guys and shit. And then I'm fighting GSP. I'm up to his nipples. It's crazy. The weight class thing is crazy. Charles, we usually like to ask guys, what they're doing in their free time and hobbies. You just let the cat out of the bag. You're a big book reader. You was just saying for the last 11 months, you read a bunch of books. What kind of books you into? Is there any specific?
There's a lot of classics. Maybe a lot of people who are watching your show are warriors. So it's all about the Book of Five Rings, but it's more an Asian philosophy. So it's hard it's easy to understand, but it's hard to put into our everyday life. But if we look more into US, we have the Atomic Habits. It's a new one. It's very good by James Clear. It's like every small percentage, everything you do around the training that is very important. And they make a lot of example about the British cycling team, which they started to use different ways of washing their clothes, different ways of different smells in the gym, different ways of carrying themselves, and all those small details around the cycling at the end of the year was exponential. Sorry, I have a little bit of issues to explain, but my point is little percentage of everything: nutrition, knowledge, relaxation. There's so many things involving this fighting life that if you get all those small percentage left and right, you can get much better at fighting, because all those things are everything's is going straight on the rail. So I'm trying to explain it the best way.
It's cumulative
from my understanding. But yeah, 48 Laws of Power. There's so many books that are quite interesting and fun to read.
Like the little things all add up. Like if you take this little thing and improve it, little improvements that don't mean much or don't seem to mean much on their own, but you pile them together and it really means something.
Yeah, when you think about the China's wall of defense, the big wall of China, it was one brick placed properly and then one brick placed properly. So if you use this thing in your life, I mean, to be at the level we are now, it's a recollection of small details that you took the time to do properly.
What are the smells in the gym that they changed? I mean, like that, I'm kind of curious. Did they say what the smell? Because the smells of the gym are never pleasant.
So there was a lot of dust. Dust accumulating. So it was not more the air quality, not the smell. It was more the air quality, because they would put their bike there, and even people were not paying attention to the equipment. Like your gloves are important, they're your work stuff. And I see guys, they throw it on the ground, they don't care. And it's like, no, take care of your equipment. Me, I have the same glove for like 5 years, and people are like, hey, you have money. I'm like, yeah, I like those gloves. They've been with me for so long. So cherishing those small stuff, and it's a important thing for me.
Very interesting.
Hey, listen, mind and body, man, you need them both.
Yes, absolutely. But your belt, you have your black belt. Do you have the same one for a long time, or you switch it here and there? Because you've been a black belt for a long time.
Yeah, 100%. No, I got them. The one that Renzo gave me, that might have been lost somewhere. But listen, I'm like Miyagi. My belt keeps my gi together. But you know what I mean.
I like it.
I'm the worst. Hey, Charles, I'm the worst to ask for that. I got my UFC belt lost in my garage somewhere. I'm the
shit.
Worst. I just people will be like, how could you do that? I'm like, I mean, I want it.
You should display it, man.
No, I get it.
I got proof that I want it.
Truly back the philosophy that is just tough at the end of the day, but let's say my gloves, they carry me all the way, and I'm happy about my little environment. But we saw after my fight, when I was walking out, I took my gloves off. Every time I see, especially there's a lot of young boys, the fathers bringing their kids. And I did that after the Kron fight, after the Ramos win, after this win. I just for me, like you said, it's tough. But for them, they're going to cherish these gloves. And like, I went to see the UFC, and this guy won by flying knee, guillotine, give me his glove. So for them, it's incredible. But me, there's a little amount of stuff. Like the only UFC gloves that I got are the one that I won in Korea against Duo Choi, and the rest, I'm like, it's tough. It's not
Charles.
Stuff, yeah.
Yes. Hey Charles, it's a happy memory for you. It's an awkward one for me. But when you beat Crone that time.
Yes.
You know, I got some stomach issues, right? And I told the
I
story.
remember that. You said that in the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, you heard this already?
All
right. What happened, Matt?
It was
Jimmy,
so good.
You heard it too, right, Jimmy? Remember
I don't remember what.
What happened was I got stuck. I had to, you know, I like to use bathrooms a little privately, you know, because I could take some time. So I told one of the UFC guys, you know, look, find me an empty stall, man. This is too crowded around here, you know. I don't want Longo breaking my balls when I'm in a stall or something. So he found me this bathroom, you know, and next thing you know, it was Crone and his whole team right after he lost to Charles, and there was some, you know, they were in there like trying to cheer him up, and I was stuck in the toilet, and then Jimmy, I had to wash my hands, and it was right near them. I couldn't. If I get out of the stall, they'll see me leave. So I had to go over there, and then he looks up to me and he goes, "Hey, Serra." I'm like, hey, Crone," and I go, "Look, man, you're gonna feel like this until you kick somebody else's ass, and then you'll feel better." Bye.
You know what?
I got the fuck out of there. I didn't know, Jimmy. It was so awkward, man.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
Matt,
go ahead, Charles.
This little point about you will only feel better when you'll get another guy, that resonated with me, because when I lost to Jean, I'm like, what am I going to do? Like sit there and be questioning my whole life? No, I need to get back in there. Right? And you're so right about that. So even if it was a fast and awkward thing, you were able through your experience to give such a valuable piece of advice, and for that I thank you, because that was so true.
It is as a fighter, like you kind of need that. You're like I know this isn't me. You don't get, first of all, one fight shouldn't represent your body of work, but when you have a night that's not yours and you get bested by you're like, I got to get back in there and scratch this itch, or else I'm going to go. Well, you feel like you're going nuts. You're like, that's not me. That's not fucking me. You know.
That's
and
what's
then
different from NFL players, and that they have another game tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
we don't. We have to sit on the stool, especially if you're out with doctor stuff. Like you're out for so long carrying that weight. Of the last time I went in there, I was the loser. Because you lost. The people say, "Oh, you win or you learn." No, you lose, dude. Just shut the fuck up. You lose sometimes.
And unlike the ball players, like when they say, "Oh, we got our ass kicked in the game," we literally get our ass kicked. So it's like, hey, man, all right, you guys might have lost by a point or two, but my eyes shut, you know, and I'm pissing blood. Listen, this is a rough game, Charles.
And in football, they can also blame. There's a team around you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. In fighting, it's just you. You get all the glory, or you take all the blame. You know, internally, like whereas a football player can go, you know, the defense did kind of suck today, so I dropped the ball, but they also stunk. With
all on you.
All on you.
It increased the level of accountability, but that's what built us as men, because we cannot play the blame game. I think it's the best thing in the world is to realize that by you can make mistake, but you can get stronger, and accountability is such that it's so important. And I hate when I see parents with their kids, it's not your fault. It's like, yes, it is. And it's a good thing, because if you know he because of his choice he did bad, well, because of his choice he can do good next time. So accountability.
Yeah, it's so your fault, but it's okay. Here's what you do different next time.
Exactly.
Now, Charles, are all the books you read like that? I mean, that's the way to go with the self-help type stuff, or do you get any of them where it's like, all right, let me just escape with this one, a little sci-fi, or let me get into a little fantasy, or is it just all, you know?
I of course I really like mangas. I'm a big, because I like the philosophy behind the Japanese mentality where you need to work and there's no excuse, and you see these guys having a dream and they just go through it. So mangas, I'm a big World of Warcraft player. I stopped playing for a while now because I'm a father, but it's my immersive way of just disconnecting. I really like those books. I have so many fantasy books. Yeah, it's my little
World of Warcraft.
Yes.
Is that a game also?
Yes, it was a game. Yeah, it's still a game, but they have so much a big universe. Like when I hear people, "Oh, I play World of Warcraft," it's like, oh my God, are you sure you want to go there? Because we can talk for hours about it.
Oh, snap.
And the game came before the books, right?
The books, the games have been there for like, I think 90s or something, because they started with little RPG game, like 2Ds, very old game, but the lore has been there for such a long time. They've been writing books, and this universe is just a fantastic universe. So yeah, when I go to bed, I go there in my mind. That's a little escape room.
They made a movie of that too, or no?
Yes, they did.
How was the movie?
very costly for them because it's mostly CGI, because everything was like making orcs and all those races, and it was very expensive for them. They said, we did one, we're not doing it again, because I think it was very, very expensive, but it was beautiful. Very nice.
You liked the movie?
It was nice. It was nice. It was okay. It was not that much lore accurate, but at the end of the day, I'm not a big hater. I don't spend too much time hating. It was good, and that's it.
Oh, all right, man. Nice.
Well, I wanted to
check that out.
What we just talked, there was something you had said that made me want to ask him. The main event, the Aspinall Ciryl Gane main event, where Aspinall took the terrible fingers in the eye. We also talked about Kevin Holland, who I thought should have not fought beyond, because he was so hurt from those groin kicks. You could see that he was like really not able to fight. Have you had that at all, where you had some sort of an injury or foul, where you're taking your 5 minutes and you feel pressure from the audience to continue, and you're like, fuck, I wish I didn't have to continue?
No, I was fortunate enough that it never happened. I got kicked in the ball once, but I'm like, you know what? If it's a street fight, I cannot take too much time. So I was like, okay, man up. But one thing interesting, I remember I was fighting in Abu Dhabi, and the guy's legs were up. Like, I was trying to pass his guard. So I took his leg and I threw a tip kick with the bottom of my foot underneath his arm string. And the guy faked as if it was a ball shot. And he's like, oh, my balls. And Jason Herzog looked at me and he's like, no, that was your arm string. And I'm like, okay. And I just jumped on him and started beating him up. But yeah, I thought it was weird because this guy was gassed. And he was like, oh, my balls. But I understand, because sometimes you can get kicked around the groin, but the vibration makes your ball hurt. Yeah. So I understand, because it already happened with me. Nathaniel Wood tipped me in the belly. And as soon as it happened, I was like, man, my balls hurt. But I rewatched the fight after, and I'm like, that was not my balls. That was straight to the body. So that could be a little trick to the brain. But I'm not saying Kevin Holland was not hurt. They tried to say, oh, Team Canada, this. I'm like, no. Me, I was not Team Canada that night. I'm like, may the best men win. That night was weird. I don't know if you guys watched the whole card. So Matt Frivola,
that's right.
Weird, such a weird thing. Daimer Gliata half stopped the fight. There was Drew Dober and Kyle Propelek got kicked in the ball twice. Drew Dober lost a point, and he's like, fuck it, went on a tear and TKO'd Propelek. There were so many weird things happening that night, back to back. And I remember Firas was in the corner, and he's like, guys, you guys need to be ready, because there's some weird stuff going on in the octagon. I was like, don't put that bad karma in here. Like, it's
get that voodoo out of here. Yeah.
Oh wait, didn't Drew only kick Propelek once? I thought he kicked him once.
Twice. I think it was in the first round he kicked him, then in the third again. So that's why they deduct him a point. And you know, when you're in such a close battle, and you get deducted a point, and Drew Dober went, fuck it, just went out so good with the shin destroyed. He was on your show last week, right?
We did have was on,
And another thing, that girl, Crawdon, I think her name is.
Melissa.
She's huge. I'm a 35er, former 45er. I looked at her, she passed by. I'm like, hey, how are you? And then we start talking. I'm like, man, this girl is so huge for bantamweight. I can't believe. Like, there was one girl that I saw in my life. I was like, okay, this girl is a tower as well. Was Megan something? She was a 45er. This girl was huge. And Crawdon,
Megan Anderson.
Megan Anderson, thank you very much. But yeah, I was very happy for Crawdon. Like I said, I'm not anti-Canada team, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, may the best men win. Sure. Like, it's very rare that I have this feeling where I really want you to win. Like, there's my brother now, I just signed with the UFC. I had a win at bantamweight contenders. There's like guys that I've been growing up with. Them, I want them to win. But at the end of the day, I love my sport so much that may the best men win. Because whatever happened, it's a proof of all the work you've put in. So I don't want to disrespect the work your opponent wants, even if we have the same country flag.
But man, listen, you're on a tear, and this is great, man. Things are going swimmingly. How soon? You seem healthy. You want to? How soon do you want to be back in there?
Well, we're going to negotiate for the Paramount contract, because now so my last contract I had 4 fights. Now I did 3. Of course, UFC wants to negotiate because they don't want you to be a free agent, especially when I'm on a little tear at bantamweight. But my contract looked like this. I lost to Jean Silva, who just challenged for the #1 spot against Diego Lopez. Jean is a maniac. He made me realize, okay, I cannot fight guys who rehydrate to 180 or something. Like I'm too
Yeah.
small for these guys. And he stopped me. It was the first time I get the TKO. The uppercut me, and one punch I fell, and he did a walk-off KO like Mark-on style. I was like, okay, thank you.
Yep.
And then I come back at bantamweight, fight Victor Henry, who was doing very good, never been finished, finish him. Then fight Davey Grant. And Davey Grant in his last, I think, 7, he has 2 split decision loss to Marcos, which was 16-0 when they fought. And I don't know the other guy, but it's 2 split decision. And I've lost some weird split decision and it's part of the game. But it's not like he got destroyed. So he was on a tear since like 2020, destroying everybody and have those split decision left and right. So when this fight got announced, people were like, oh, Davey is he's old, he's 39. I was like, man, this guy is good. I watched his tape and I was excited because of his style, but it was no easy task to demolish Davey Grant. And even said in his post, it took something. I knew it would have taken something special to beat me that night, and Ciryl Gane was special. I was like, oh, thank you very much. But yeah, it was a special night for me.
Well, Charles, look, it was a great fight and a devastating choke, and can't wait to see you fight again, man. You're always an exciting guy to watch, and congrats on the success at 135. Can't wait to see who you fight next, and you're on a great run, so we'll see you soon.
Congrats on your brother also getting in there.
Yeah,
That's great,
great
dude. Family
So
business.
good.
Let's go.
We're the first set of Canadian brothers, so it's fun. Like we did a little bit of history in Canada because there were so much brothers from all around the world. But yeah, the first Canadian ones, whatever that means.
Good for you.
Good for you, man.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Thank you,
Congrats,
Jess. It was a
man.
pleasure.
Thank you, Charles. We'll talk to you again, definitely.
Definitely. Take care, Charles.
You
Congrats,
good, buddy.
man.
See you.
Later, warrior.
There he is.
There he is. What's up, David?
What's up? What's up? What's up, man? How you doing?
Nice to meet you, man. This is your first time on here. I'm so happy to get to meet you.
Thank you for having me on here.
Of course, dude. Things are going great for you, man. You're on a 4-fight win streak.
Yes.
Got to be feeling fantastic, my man.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling real great. Feeling awesome.
And this main event coming up, this is not your first main event. You've done 5 before.
Never done fight before.
Oh, you never done 5 before? Did you
never
main event
done-
in another promotion or no?
Yeah, but it wasn't like five rounds.
3 rounds.
Yeah.
But you do 5 rounds all the time in training, don't you?
Training for sure. Just not in the
Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully you don't got to do 5 this time either.
Hopefully not.
That's why we put the work in.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I want to know about your journey a little bit now. It's your first time on here. Where did you grow up, and what was your first discipline you started with, David?
Yeah, I grew up in Changwali, Uganda, which is my hometown. So I grew up half back home and half in Kansas City. Yeah, man, just growing up, a guy growing up like me, not having much, I had to work, to get my own things, and been bullied, living in America. I feel like that kind of, when I started training, defending myself,
Yeah.
mixed martial art classes,
So you jumped into a regular school, just mixed martial arts?
No, I found a gym. It was called Glory MMA back at the time.
Okay.
And then I just kind of started training, and I just started defending myself, and then I just became good at training. And my coach is like, "Yo, let's take this to the next step. Let's start fighting." And I just started fighting.
Were you bullied because you were from somewhere else? Like a lot of times a kid comes in and they're from another country, and it's just natural. People just talk shit. And is that what happened to you?
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a kid that didn't speak English, didn't really know much about the culture in America, and I feel like a lot of kids took advantage of that, and that's what made me who I am, today, by defending myself. So
Bullying stuff. There's something to it, Jimmy. There's
Yeah.
something to it, man. Almost, a lot of the fighters we have on here, David, me included,
yeah,
I got messed with also. And it's so funny when you're going through it, you want someone almost to help you out. You're like, what's going on? But it's almost better they didn't, don't you think?
yeah, I'm glad they didn't.
Me too.
Look at me now. So
Right?
everything worked out.
Do you remember the thing that made you go enough? Like, you know, if somebody gets bullied once or twice, but was there one particular kid or was there one particular thing that made you go, this has to stop?
I just kind of like got tired of just dealing with it, going to school every day and just like getting picked on. And I'm just like, I got to do something about it. You know what I mean? It was like my own decision for myself that I had to like step up and defend myself. Like, all right, I'm not coming to school every day and taking this anymore.
Do you remember when you finally fought back? Do you remember the first time you fought back?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I do.
I bet you do. That's a great feeling. Hey, David, man, that's a nice shirt. Not to go out of left field, but I'm looking at that thing. You got style, and that thing looks comfortable.
Yeah, it is. I literally just got this not long ago. Yeah.
See, Jimmy, I know
you have to be in shape to wear that shirt, though, because I'm way too fat to wear that shirt. It wouldn't look good on me. You have to be in some kind of shape. That's why from the neck up, I'm fine, but below the neck, I'm a horror show.
You look like a little chubby checkerboard.
I wouldn't look right. It wouldn't sit on me correctly.
Nah, you did good, man.
Well, you're a good man, David. Thank you very much. Do you ever get back to Uganda and what was it like there, and how hard was life there, and how old were you when you came over?
Yeah, so I've never been back, but I had my dad. My dad went back a few times. My cousins. I was supposed to go back like 2 months ago, but I had this fight. What's it called? With Garcia, so I couldn't go back. I had to get back in camp and start training again. I was gonna go, but I couldn't. And just growing up back home, man, life was hard. Just a kid growing up, in a third world country, like not knowing much. Just waking up every day, just trying to grind. My parents, work hard to make it out, for us, and this is my give back, for them. I always say this, like, this is my give back to my parents because, they worked so hard to just bring me to America, me and my brothers and my sisters. So, just seeing the life they went through and, like, just them just working so hard, for us, it made me as a man work hard also and give back to them. So this is my give back.
And when you come from like really tough circumstances, do you kind of notice when other people are taking things for granted? Like when people are taking like just a good life for granted?
Yes, I think about that a lot. That's why I'm glad I've been through that, because I can see the things that I've been through and not knowing how the life is, like the good life and the bad life. So I'm glad I've seen, how life was for me growing up, how tough it was. That's why I'm always, happy with the things I get. I'm always humble with the things I get because I know how my life was. Some people don't really see that. They don't see the hard life because all they got is the good life, and like they don't see the hard work people put in to get the things they got. So for me, I'm glad that I was able like to see that.
And now you got great tickets at the Zach Bryan concert and everything. Come on, man, that's fantastic. You're a big country music fan?
Yeah, here and there I listen to country music. One of my since I moved to Denver, a lot of my teammates, they all like country music, and like I just started like listening to country music with them also, and that kind of how I got involved in like country music.
That thing went viral, right? You did a shout out for him. And what happened? Did they reach out to you and go, "Hey, you want some tickets?" How'd that work?
Yeah, so like they just reached out to me and was like, "Hey, we got tickets. You can come out. We got a show in Denver," and that's when I went out to the show they had out here. And
how'd you like it?
Yeah, how'd I like it?
Yeah,
I thought it was dope. Just being at the concert, like it was like I think it was actually like a sold out show. It was like everybody was there. Like, everybody like dressed up as a cowboy, and it was pretty dope. It was awesome. It was a great experience.
I literally was in Denver. I came home Sunday morning from Denver. And how long did it take you to get used to everyone knows it, but the altitude and the breathing and the sinuses, do your sinuses ever stop getting dry? Like, does your body ever get used to that?
Yeah. So when I first moved out here, I was like coughing and like pumping because I didn't know what was going on with me. And like my teammates like, yo, why am I like feeling like this? They're like, oh yeah, you got to get used to the altitude. And I didn't know at that time, you gotta get used to it. I didn't get used to it until like probably like 4 weeks, literally. Yeah, and then like whenever I travel back to Kansas City and I come back to Denver, it gets harder and harder and harder. It's like I had to stay here to get used to it.
Do you notice your cardio is a lot improved, or your breathing is much better when you leave? Because training there, the guys always have great cardio.
Yeah, my cardio breathing is it's a lot better now. Yeah, my cardio is so much better than when I was living in Kansas City than living here now. Even my fights, like when I travel like different states, like I fight completely different. Like I breathe better, cardio, like yeah, it's so much better.
Yeah, they got that advantage being up so high. They really do.
Yeah.
I visited there before, and I'm like, yo, am I just out of shape? This is back when I was fighting. I'm like, I was doing my buddy Amal brought me to the mountains, and I'm walking. There was a lady with like the 2 sticks walking past me, like in a commercial. So I'm like,
Yeah,
girl, the lady's got to be 60.
yeah,
It was brutal, man. Yeah, that's
crazy.
something else. David, when we get guys on new, we like to know about them a little bit. We see your love of country music. What do you like to do in your spare time when you're not training to be a savage? What do you like? What's some of your hobbies you like?
So my hobbies, I started doing more hobbies out in Denver because there's so much things to do. I started hiking now. So I go on hikes.
Oh, that's that active rest.
Yep, I go on hikes. I like to run, so I go out, like go to the mountains and do some running.
It's got to be nice out there, right?
Yeah, kind of just being more like in the mountains. I like to hike, so I do a lot
Outdoor stuff.
I like outdoor stuff. When I'm not in the gym, I like being out in the mountains.
Now, is Kansas City, I've been there, but I haven't spent a lot of time there. Are their winters anything like Denver? Like, was that a huge adjustment, or does Kansas City kind of have the same situation?
Yeah, Kansas City kind of has like the same situation.
Okay.
I feel like when it snows, it's more colder in Kansas City than it is in Denver. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe I'm just the only person that feels that, but I feel like it's way colder in Kansas City than in Denver.
And in Denver, they handle it well. I mean, they're really used to it there. So, like, they pretty much they know how to take care of things and get the roads moving and stuff like that. But I mean, coming from Uganda, I would say that's such a huge life switch. But I guess Kansas City prepares you for it.
Yeah.
Now, David, you got Steve Garcia waiting for you, and that guy's he's on a hell of a run also. Yeah. Now, are you a big tape guy, or do you let your coaches watch the tape and get back to you?
Yeah, I'm a big tape guy. Me and my coaches, we go back and watch film. That's every camp. And but yeah, we already study. We study him when we first got the fight. We have a good game plan for him. So yeah, we're looking forward for it this weekend. So.
And he likes to he likes to come out really hard, and he likes the early finish if he can. I guess everyone likes the early finish, but when you watch that, do you understand, like, okay, be ready for this in the first, because he's probably you're gonna have to weather something in the first?
Man, to be honest, I'm a completely different fighter than a lot of those guys he's faced. You know what I mean? Like I'm hard to put away. Like it's like a bully with a bully. You like to walk people down. I like to walk people down. So if his mindset is going in there and thinking, oh, I'm just gonna go out there and just get my 6 or 7 TKO win, that's not gonna happen against me. It's not gonna happen. Like I said, I'm not Cater or all the other guys like he fought. Like I'm not them. Like David Onama's in front of you. Like I'm completely a different fighter. I'm hard to put away, and I'm a dog, and and like I'm gonna be there, So if he thinks it's gonna be like an easy, I'm gonna get my 6-7 TKO win, no, that's not gonna happen. But against me, no. Like I'm a completely different fighter. I'm David Onama, not these other guys you're facing.
Because I wonder sometimes how you guys do that when you see a guy on such a run. How do you not become concerned about it? But I mean, that's why you're a fighter and I'm not a fighter. Your mentality is just completely. With me, I'd be like, oh God, coach, he's knocking people out. I don't want to do this. But you guys don't give a shit. You're not afraid of it.
Nah, well, nah. He got knockout power. I got knockout power. It just, I just feel like I'm just much of a different opponent than the guys that he faced. I'm just gonna be honest. Like he's not. I never been TKO. Never been finished. You know what I mean? Like, man, we just talking pumped.
Yeah, man. Listen, he's got the problem. He's facing you. That's the attitude we got, right? Yeah, shit. Exactly. He's locked in there with you, David.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's the way to look at it.
Completely different fighter, bro. I'm not one of them. So.
Well, look, man, this is very exciting, and again,
Yes.
14-2, you're doing so well, and I'm happy you got this main event, and again, you have it against a great opponent. So this
Got a
is
great dance
really
partner.
really exciting fight. Number 12 against number 13, you guys are very evenly matched as far as the rankings. So have a great fight, David. It was good talking to you, and it's always fun to watch you fight.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Matt, for having me on here. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, please come back again before your next one.
100%. And I'm sure your family is very proud of what you're doing here.
Yeah.
You know, from where you came from and everything, they got to be just
They'll be
thrilled.
at the fights. They'll be at the fights this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And they've been to your other ones too, or no?
Yeah. My recent one in Kansas City, they all came, and then they come to this one too.
Oh, so you like family there? Like if I'm doing something, I never want my family there because I figured it's too much pressure to have to do this and to do that. Does it kind of like a healthy distraction for you, like where you're not obsessed with the fight?
For me, that really doesn't bother me. You know, they always came to my fight, so nothing really changed. You know, so yeah.
Good energy. You have that good energy around you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Yeah, have a great fight,
Listen,
David.
I can't wait. This is a great stylistically. It's a great matchup, and we're excited for you, man. First main event on here. Let's go.
Yes.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate
All
it.
right.
We'll talk to you again, pal. Have a great fight.
All
Yeah,
right.
David.
Thank you, guys. Let's go.
Thank you, sir.
Nice to meet you, brother. All our best.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Take care, bro.
Yep. Thank you.
Jimmy, I
You're very
like
nice.
getting to know the guys. What a nice young man.
But I really, as many fighters as I've talked to in all the years, it always amazes me how you guys are just like, you look at a guy like against Garcia, who's been knocking people out, and a real fighter looks at that and goes, well, I'm not those guys. Like, it's just such a difference in the way you see life. Then I will never be able to see life that way.
Listen, when we train for these things, we feel like a weapon. A weapon. When they go, man, you're facing Frank Trigg. Are you scared? He's bald and he's got muscles. I go, no. Don't be silly, man. He's locked in here with 5'6" of terror. Her. Jimmy, this was a fun show.
It certainly was, up until the last 5 seconds.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I really, as a 51-year-old man, I'm trying to get out of, trying to stop the barking.
Nah, you bark. It's okay.
You're damn right I'm not going to
You
stop.
keep barking. It's all right.
Hey, I got Mark Coleman coming on my show this week.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I like Coleman.
Yeah.
You know, he's nuts. Oh, be the best version of yourself. That guy, I think he's going to pop a vessel in his brain. He's always screaming, jumping in the pools.
Yeah.
He's funny. I'm going to have him on. Matt Serra channel
Have
on
fun,
YouTube.
man. Yes.
Yeah, Geeking Out with Matt Serra. That's me. Jimmy, what do you want to promote?
I got Batavia, Illinois in 2 weeks, and then I have Portland, Oregon, and Bend, Oregon in 3 weeks, and that's it. And go to my YouTube channel and watch my new episode with Chris DiStefano as my guest this week.
Oh, I like him.
He's great, and I would love to have you on my advice show, man. I would love to have you come in and do that.
All I'm waiting for is an official invite.
Well, I would be delighted to have you any day you want.
Well, listen,
Oh, yes.
David's opponent is Steve Garcia,
That's right.
and he's going to be on Wednesday. Who else is going to be on?
Jeremiah Wells.
Oh, I'm looking forward to Wednesday already.
Yeah, it'll be a great show. And both these guys were fun to talk to today. So
Yeah, Jimmy.
thank you, David. Thank you, Charles.
All right, man. So listen, couple of days we'll be back, and then let's set us something up in the next week or so.
I really want to, because I'm here for 2 weeks before I go out to Batavia, and I would love to do that. As much as I was despicable in the gym today, I was fat.
Yeah,
And my guy was good. He was, I was one of those days where I was just I'm throwing up triangles and my fat legs are not connecting. I'm like, oh, these suck.
Oh man, I can't wait to roll with you. We're gonna go over some fun stuff.
I only
know?
dropped 10 pounds. Hopefully, I'll be a little thinner when you see me, because
Dude, you sound like my producer Christian Harloff is like, I'm almost in shape enough for jiu-jitsu. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Just get in the mats.
I
All right, Jimmy.
I make myself go. I'll say that. That's the only thing I do right sometimes is like you never give yourself the excuse of not going. I always go.
Dude, and whether it's a good day or not, every day you show up there, it adds up, and that's all you have to do is just keep showing up.
Yeah,
to develop that superpower. On that note, Jimmy,
see you soon.
I flexed. I'll see you in a couple of days, bro.
All right, Matt. Take care.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, guys.